Hello learners, Miss Allie here, and today we are going to learn how to include descriptive detail into your story writing. Now, this lesson is a part of my Be You and Become a Better Writer lessons that you can take here on Outschool that I have been teaching for almost 3 years now. Let's go ahead and dive in. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to use descriptive detail in our creative narrative writing so we can learn how to become better writers. Descriptive detail is going to be what you use to bring your story to life. When you're using descriptive detail, it allows your reader to experience the story through the 5 senses of the main character. Our 5 senses include seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. When we use descriptive detail, we want to be specific. We want to make sure that the picture that is in your brain as the writer matches the picture that's in my brain as the reader. Or else I'm going to picture whatever I would like whenever you are talking about these things in your story. When we give descriptive detail to characters, settings, or objects in our story that are being introduced for the first time, we want to make sure we include those sensory details as best as possible. Really create that image in the reader's mind. So take a look at this example here. It says he walked into a mysterious cave. Inside, he discovered a talking dragon. The dragon gave him a magical stone to take home with him. We want to make sure that when we're picturing that cave in our mind as a writer, or that dragon, or that stone, that we're giving those details for the reader so they're not just picturing any cave, any dragon, or any stone. We already have in our mind what the cave, dragon, and stone look like, so we want to make sure and give that descriptive detail for our reader as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example of how to do this when you are writing characters, objects, and settings for your own stories. So take a look at this sentence here. It says he handed her the ice cream. They went to the park and she ate it. Now, as a reader, I am picturing this scene in my imagination. I am picturing a boy handing a girl some ice cream, them walking to the park and she eating this ice cream. In my mind, I'm picturing whatever ice cream I want to based on my own past experiences, otherwise called your schema. As a writer, you already have a picture in your mind of what this ice cream looks like. Say this is the ice cream you're picturing in your mind. My reader would have no idea that this is what you were picturing based off of these 2 sentences. So what we want to do is we want to add those details by trying to tap into those 5 senses. Now, this chart here can help us organize our thoughts. We can think about what our character is experiencing with this ice cream when she gets handed it to her. What does she see when she gets the ice cream? What does she feel when she gets the ice cream? What does she hear and what does she smell and taste? Now, sometimes you aren't going to use every sense to describe a character, setting, or object. That is okay, but try to use as many as you can when you're describing those things. Now, this box here at the bottom called word reference. These are really important to use whenever you're writing a story, an essay, a poem, a text message. Word reference are a great way for you to communicate better to your audience. So in this example, he handed her the ice cream. We're going to be describing the ice cream in detail. If we were to use the word ice cream multiple times, that repetition is going to be distracting to the reader. So what we want to do instead is replace the word ice cream with a different word. Now, our natural tendency is to use the pronoun it, as you can see at the end of this second sentence. But it can also get really confusing because it can stand for a lot of things. So what we want to do is come up with an adjective noun pair that we can replace ice cream with that we know is referring to our ice cream. In my paragraph, if I use the word frozen treat or delicious snack or tasty dessert, my reader's going to know I'm referring to the ice cream. They're going to know I'm not talking about a brownie or a popsicle when I use these word reference because we've already mentioned the ice cream. Adding these word references into your writing will really help with the flow of your sentences, as well as increase your vocabulary and make your writing sound better. So now that we have created our chart, we can use it to help us write our complete sentences that we would put into the paragraph of our story. Instead of he handed her the ice cream, they went to the park and she ate it, I can use my chart and come up with a better paragraph that describes the ice cream as the character is experiencing it. Now we have, he handed her the ice cream. In the bumpy waffle cone sat 3 large scoops of brown chocolate, white vanilla, and pink strawberry, topped with rainbow sprinkles and a cherry. As she held the frozen treat, she had to slurp up the sticky cold snack as it dripped down her hand and splattered to the floor. They went to the park and she ate her tasty dessert. Now our reader has a good idea of what this ice cream was like for this character, and they can picture it in their mind better. If you would like more practice using this strategy, along with other strategies to help make your story writing better, be sure to check out my Be You and Become a Better Writer Creative Narrative Story Writing class. I offer it as an 8-week course, a 2-week camp, or flex version if you prefer to take the lessons on your own and receive video feedback from me. You can also check out my other Be You and Become a Better Writer writing classes, including expository essay writing, personal narrative, and poetry writing to help improve your skills in those as well. Looking forward to helping you be you and become a better writer. See you in the classroom.